I have watched a few movies that are very underwatched, I feel like, that I would recommend. So I'm going to talk about a few of them. So first, we have the only one that I would consider not actually good, but I would highly recommend it. It's called Don't Let the River Beast Get You. It's basically like a very cheap monster movie, like in the same vein as Birdemic or, I don't know, Troll 2 or whatever, like one of those things. But it's very self-aware and it knows what it is, and it's got some really interesting characters. It's very funny, very not high quality, but it's clever. Like, it at first when I watched it, I was like, what in the world is this? But it slowly grows on you. I was laughing by the end very hard, very quotable, and I would recommend it a lot. The second movie I'm going to talk about is called The Dark Crystal. You've probably heard of Jim Henson. He is the Muppet guy. Well, he also made a movie called The Dark Crystal that is like about a quest, and it's like in this world or whatever, and all the creatures and stuff are puppets. And it's definitely not for everybody, but I enjoyed it a lot. It's very weird looking. You probably have heard of Labyrinth, maybe, I don't know, with David Bowie, where you can see David Bowie's crotch. But Dark Crystal is along that same kind of thing. And I enjoyed it a lot. If you can handle a main character that looks really weird and freaky, and you can also handle a vulture guy going like a bunch of times, then I would think you'd like it. The third movie I'm going to talk about is called Hang 'em High. It's a Clint Eastwood Western. One second, I'm going to get the DVD. So I got this in like a thrift store. It's The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and Hang 'em High. And Hang 'em High is not as good as Good and the Bad and the Ugly, obviously, but it's a very enjoyable Western, and Clint Eastwood is super cool. He's like epic. I gotta watch more of his movies, like that he started and directed, but that's beside the point. Anyway, Hang 'em High. It's very good. It's, you know, he gets hanged and then someone rescues him and he goes after the bad guys. It's got, it's a spaghetti Western, so it's not Sergio Leone, but it's some other guy that's Italian. And, you know, everybody likes Italians. It does some creative stuff with the camera work that I really like. Like, there's one moment in the movie where these people are gonna get hanged, because it's like a public hanging event. The camera is like moving up, and there's just like the shadows of feet dangling, and then it moves up to show it's just some guys like sitting on a balcony. And I just like, oh man, that was so cool, you know? And it's got some very good themes, like death and stuff. I just really enjoyed it. So the fourth movie I would recommend, you've probably heard of Shrek, right? Yes, you have. But did you know that Shrek Retold is a movie that exists? It's basically Shrek, but a bunch of fans, or like people on the internet, recreated it for scene by scene, and it's like different art styles each time. Sometimes it looks like horrible PlayStation 2 digital effects or whatever, and then sometimes it's like a really cool like anime thing, or like a Lego stop motion. Sometimes it's live action, and it's just like really funny, intentionally so, in the dumbest internet humor ways. It's also got some banger songs, I must say. The rendition of All Star is top notch, and the Hallelujah scene is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. If you get annoyed by like random internet humor, I wouldn't recommend it, but if you would find a collaboration of a bunch of random stuff and a whole lot of Shrek, then I would. And also, yes, it is a movie. It is feature length. I count it as a movie. It is cinema. When Martin Scorsese says, "This is cinema," he's talking about Shrek Retold. The fifth, number 5 movie that I would recommend is kind of another wacky random comedy. I guess I have a few of those on here. But it's Lake Michigan Monster. You've probably, well, I don't know, if you might have heard of Hundreds of Beavers. Excellent movie. Very funny. But a lot of people haven't seen Lake Michigan Monster. And it's really, really good. It's really funny. It's in black and white. And it's about a sailor guy and his crew, and they try to kill this monster in the lake. And it's just so clever. Very, same thing with Hundreds of Beavers. Very, like, lots of practical effects, lots of random stuff, but it's very clever. Very well executed. Lake Michigan Monster and Hundreds of Beavers are kind of like the next Monty Python and the Holy Grail, in my opinion. Like, they're definitely up there. I really loved Lake Michigan Monster, and if you can handle random, basically internet humor, but not really, then I would recommend it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And that's all I have for today. So if you liked this video, I guess, then subscribe if you want. And that's all I have to say.